All right, let's get started. Let's see, when we left off yesterday, we were gonna come and see Erend. So let's see, where's he at? He's up here in this building. All right, let's go see Erend. See what he has to say.
That's why the damn shadow carja murdered her.
So when Nora made clothes like that out of machine components. Interesting.
See if we can get this way.
Captain Ursa thought herself impervious to attack. Those damn shadow carja got her.
Move along. You have no need to loiter around here.
Nobody's loitering. What are you talking about? Am I going the right way? No. Go back this way. I love how they stomp their
girl applied to the city guard the other day.
weapons on the ground when I go by. Talk to Murad. Okay.
Greetings, Aloy. I am known as Blameless Murad. Please come with me. You're needed for an important consultation.
What do you mean? Where's Erend?
He's inside, attending the Sun King, where we should be without further delay. Follow me, please.
All of these people are here to see the Sun King.
Yes, and each has come to ask a favor of him. Unpleasant, but that's politics. The Sun King is eager to meet you, the machine tamer with a curious eye for detail. It's all very intriguing.
I'm not here to intrigue you.
Too late.
Too late.
First the Oseram gets special treatment, and now Outlanders from the Savage East could the Sun King have in her.
Passed by some
Hey,
Outlander woman.
don't judge.
Unacceptable. I've been here for 2 hours, and this
Ooh.
Nora goes to the front of the line.
I'm sorry. Don't hate. I like your
Ignore
outfits.
them. Nobles are like children who whine when they don't get a second helping
Okay.
of dessert.
Hang on, I'm coming. Where'd you go?
What's the Sun King like?
The most important thing is what he isn't like. His father. I think you'll find him to be a reasonable man.
Sure is ornate. Oh, okay. We're here.
Aloy of the Nora. She who sees the unseen. Welcome. It would seem you have done me a great service. Erend, tell her what you found.
I checked Ursa's tomb. You were right, Aloy. The body is missing a scar below her right knee. I gave it to Ursa when we were kids, fighting over a toy sword.
If the body is not Ursa's, then we must assume she is still alive. And I will not abandon her.
We only know she was taken, not who took her.
I can help with that. Ursa has an enemy among the Oseram. A warlord named Dervahl.
Impossible. Every clan in the claim has been hunting for him since the liberation. He has to be dead by now.
No other Oseram had the motive and ingenuity to lure Ursa into this trap. I expect to find him lurking somewhere near the border. I've already sent an agent to investigate. He'll be waiting for word from us at the marketplace in Pitchcliff.
I can't move troops to the border without provoking the Oseram. But I could send a few vanguardsmen. And perhaps an exceptionally gifted Nora as well. Erend, Murad, let me discuss it with her privately. I hate to impose further after all you've done, but this is a matter of great importance to me.
You and Ursa?
It sounds like Ursa means a lot to you.
Without her Oseram vanguard, I would not have been able to liberate Meridian and end my father's brutal reign. Since then, it has been difficult to maintain peace between our tribes. But Ursa has a way of making her people see reason. So you see, I need her back at my side. And quickly.
Derval?
Who is Derval exactly?
To understand Derval, you must first understand my father. He truly thought of himself as a sun god. His mind was broken. He believed that blood sacrifice would solve, well, everything. So he raided the other tribes for victims, especially the Oseram. Derval fought back. He crafted powerful weapons and rallied his people. My father responded with the ultimate cruelty. He captured Derval's wife and daughter and sacrificed them in the Sun Ring.
Oh, man. Why kidnap Ursa?
So, why would Derval go to so much trouble to kidnap Ursa?
He felt she betrayed him. She fought by his side until she realized he planned to raise Meridian and butcher its people. Then she came to me. Together, we stopped him and liberated the city from my father. Derval has spent every moment since trying to get revenge. Mostly on the other Oseram who fought with us. He made so many powerful enemies. I thought we'd seen the last of him. I was wrong.
Questions about the Karja Sundom?
I'd like to ask you something about the Sundom and its politics.
By all means.
Becoming the Sun King?
They call you a sun god who killed his own father in order to unite the tribes in harmony. Is any of it true?
They say you can see the invisible, split an arrow at 50 paces, and tame machines at a glance. How much of that is true?
All of it.
It's not too far off.
Well, I would like to unite the tribes in harmony, but you saw how many courtiers I have to deal with first. Maybe next week.
Your palace.
Quite a place you've got here. You can almost see the little people below the mesa.
You don't approve? Well, I have a secret for you. Neither do I. But we must be patient. Change won't come in a single sunrise.
But will it happen at all, while men live in palaces?
It might. Eventually. If people like you help me bring it about.
Karja and Oseram?
Your politics seem very complicated. The Oseram are friends, but enemies too?
I couldn't have liberated Meridian without the help of Ursa and her Oseram freebooters. Many of them have settled here. But the ealdormen of the Oseram clans in the claim have become jealous of their success. So have many Karja nobles. It's a volatile situation, especially given the fact that my father raided the Oseram for years. Ursa helps keep the peace, promising a future based on mutual gain. But some, like Derval, will never let go of their venom.
The Shadow Karja?
What can you tell me about the Shadow Karja? What do they have to do with Ursa?
They are remnants of my father's regime, holding out at the fortress of Sunfall to the west. Like him, they care only for domination, and seek to draw upon the power of the sun by spilling blood in its name. Since Ursa helped me take this city from them, they were perfect scapegoats. Derval knew this, of course, and planned it well.
Okay.
I need to get going.
I know. Well, they say kings should never beg. But please, help me find Ursa.
Who says that?
Well, Murad, for one. Don't hesitate to ask him or Erend if you have further questions.
Okay. So, we need to go talk to those two people. Oh, what you got here? Founding of Meridian. Book, a scribe's book of carefully copied glyphs. The founding of Meridian. We are Karja. In us is the blood of those led by Erend from persecution and pursuit so long ago. Out of the far savage east we came, guardians of a treasure greater than land or metal, the leaves of the old ones. Erend found the leaves in a ruin, picked out by a beam of sunlight, and he recognized at once their importance. Within was etched the first teachings of how to observe the sun, to recognize its guidance, and to understand the place of man. From out of the leaves came the first glyphs, the first writing, so our knowledge could last longer than voices. But when our forefathers offered to share this gift, they were driven out by those they had once called tribesfolks. These ones feared to have the light of knowledge brought to bear on their ignorance, or were jealous of its power. And so began the long wandering of our people, trusting only that the sun would guide them and deliver them from the barbarian tribes. The path was hard and marked by the stones of families who fell along the wayside, even Ahriman's own. The persecution was unceasing from those without purpose, only the desire to debase and destroy. But the faith of the Karja was rewarded with a distant vision, a tower like a solid ray of the sun holding on the horizon, flashing. Even as their enemies descended upon them, Erend followed the flight of the Glinthawks, leading his people through looming canyons and teeming jungles. Again they saw the tower, so close now it seemed to reach to the very sun itself, and they saw that the Glinthawks perched upon it. Beheld in the light of the sun, the tower, the spire, cast its long shadow upon a mesa across the verdant valley. Erend knew he found a haven for the tribe, as this was a place shunned by those without his faith, who cowered from the magnificence of the spire or the shining feathers of the Glinthawks. He named this place Meridian, from a passage in the leaves, and the tribe settled in the protection of the great mesa. They found the site was blessed in every respect, carving their cliff houses from the bounteous resources, and in time from the red rock of the mesa itself, crowning it with the first columns of the city of the sun. Truly, the sun gave much to the descendants of our forefathers, granting Meridian great harvests and prosperity, in the bounds of the sundom for as far as its light touched. In time, seeing Meridian shielded us from the dark arrows and plots of our foes, other foreigners brought trade and tribute. Holy Meridian, without spire and sun there would be no Meridian, but now and forevermore it stands as a monument to both, and the glory of the Erend and the founders is reflected anew in each Sun King of the Radiant line and the noble houses of the Sun Court. Interesting. All right, let's see here. 2 people that we could talk to. Erend is one of them. Go to Pitchcliff. You got anything back here? Oh, there's Erend. And Murad. Okay. Let's talk to Murad first.
Should be out there fighting machines, not pacing
Aloy,
around here.
how can I be of service?
It's obvious that you're an advisor to the Sun King, but what is it you do exactly?
Whatever is needed, of course.
Are you always so evasive?
It depends.
Sun King Avad?
You were right about Avad. He seems genuine.
He is the Sun King. I serve him the best I can. What else would you have me say?
Huh. Did you serve the last one as best you could too?
Well, I served him to his enemies. It was the best I could do for the Sundom.
What did you do?
Nothing I could be blamed for.
That sounds mysterious. Are you a spy?
Sounds to me like you're a spy.
There are many helpful voices in the Sundom and beyond. I like to think of myself as a good listener.
Blameless?
So why do they call you Blameless Murad?
Well, it depends on who you mean by they, and what they might wish to blame me for.
Talking to you is tiring.
So they say.
Talks in riddles. The Osram border?
What will I find at the border?
An outpost full of Oseram, most of whom want nothing to do with Dervahl. Still, he inspires great loyalty in those who fought with him against the last Sun King. He will not be caught alone.
Okay.
And don't forget, he is a master craftsman. Nothing delights him more than his dangerous toys.
Okay. Derval and Ursa.
What makes you so sure Derval did this to Ursa?
I don't care for sure or certain. I prefer likely or probably. How many Oseram are clever enough for this ruse? Capable of building the weapon you described? Who hate Ursa so? More than one? Not likely. Derval? Quite probable.
Even if people think he's dead.
That is surely another reason to be suspicious of certain words.
Okay, thank you.
I have to go.
Then you must.
All right. Erend, what do you have to say?
So, I thought Ursa was dead, and I thought Derval was dead. Dead doesn't seem to mean what it used to. Or maybe I'm just an ass. Whatever. All I know is that it's time to find my sister and get some payback. I hope Murad's guy grabs us a lead.
What do you know?
Did Ursa ever tell you anything about Derval?
We were both under his command for a while. Sort of. Helped him recruit an army to take out the mad Sun King. But then he got real creepy with Ursa. Needless to say, she wasn't interested, but he wouldn't let it go. Not to mention the fact that we realized he wanted to murder every Karja, not just the bad ones. Long story short, he's a grazer-licking dungbag.
Grazer-licking dungbag. Sun King Avad?
Avad seems committed to finding your sister.
Yeah, those two got along. And some people say they shacked up, but I don't buy it. Seems a little skinny for her. Oh, okay, some bad images are forming in my head. Let's just focus on finding her. And kicking Derval's ass.
Okay, time to
I'd
go.
better go.
Don't stand me up in Pitchcliff, okay? Ursa needs us.
All right, let's see about this quest. Go to Pitchcliff. It appears that Erend's sister Ursa was kidnapped instead of slain, but many questions remain. Where is she? Who is responsible, and why? Go to Pitchcliff and meet with Murad's operative. Where's Pitchcliff? Oh my gosh. It's way up there. Okie dokie. Well, let's see if there's anything that we could do before we go all the way up there. Okay, those both are a long ways away. I'm not worried about that right now. Collateral. Okay, where is this again? Okay, that's down here. We could go down here and finish opening up the rest of this. And there's some sawtooths down here. So we can get our 3 sawtooth trophies. Okay, what else do we have? And these tutorials. So that's on our way down. Let's go ahead and see about doing this quest. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. we will equip this. And that slot. Okay, there's some striders. Okay, we can take down some striders with... So let's head to this campfire. Oh, there's a campfire there that we haven't opened up yet. So let's go there. And then we will... Let's see, that's charger site. Can we take down chargers too? Yes, we can. Alright, see ya, Erend. Alright, how do we get out of here? Now you guys can go talk to the Sun King. I'm done with my business. Let's check our... We need to get some echo cast. And some blaze. Okay, I'm sure there's a trader down here. Yeah, plenty of traders. Let's see here. Collectibles, machine resources, mystery boxes, vessels, hunting goods, artifacts. I just want a normal trader. Hunting goods, maybe? Yeah. I'm gonna say hunting goods. So we'll go here, and then we'll go to the campfire.
Let your guard down.
Bye, bye, bye. Am I going the right way? Okay, what is this?
Nothing like sipping a drink and strolling along the vistas.
The Mad Sun King. The reign of the Mad Sun King. Be warned, reader, that as a true account of the Mad Sun King Jiran's acts, these glyphs are blotted in blood. Truly, the savageries committed can barely be recounted, so pray to the cleansing sun for yourself and the teller of these tales. You will learn of the grievous wounds inflicted on foreign lands in the reaping sacrifice, the Red Raids, for the Mad Sun King would order a whole generation cut from each village, so they might more willingly supply sacrifices and be harder pressed to field fighting men on the next raid. The Aturu, who sought to appease with gifts of grain, were slaughtered in such number that upon the following harvest the maize grew black and blue with the blood of the dead. Against the Oseram, the Terror of the Sun piled the corpses of their fallen up to the walls of their villages, so their kestrels might clamber upon the dead to enter. And in the valley of the barbarian Nora, terrors of the savage East, such savagery ensued that the trees were drooped with corpses hung as grim warnings. Should you wish to read of the Mad King's depredations against his own people, your curiosity will not go unsated. Within are the accounts of the deaths of those sentenced to the Sun King, listed in such detail you might think it reported by their own chattering skulls, once piled outside the city gates. Nor will you find a more harrowing account of this massacre of the Hunter's Lodge. Reading these accounts, you might imagine yourself among its brave hawks as they fought to the last, bloodying the sand from dawn till dusk, or perhaps in the crowds as the loosed behemoths careened through the stands with the crashing of wood and bone. All this crazed bloodletting did the Mad Sun King take in with his pitiless gaze. Indeed, he would not even look away from the goring of his own son in that ring of death. Yes, fair-haired Cataman of the Dawn's Rising, so degraded and doomed for the crime of standing against his father. Such a true and complete account of the mad Sun King Jiran's miseries cannot be found in the history annals or heard from the reckoners of the Sun Priest. It is with a heavy heart that I scribe these events, leaving out no shocking detail, but my debt is to history and to you, brave reader. Jeez, his own son? Really? Good gracious.
Performers. Machines or bandits try to get past me.
Oh wow, here's another
Mark my
glyph.
words.
I passed all this stuff before. The Liberation. The Liberation of Meridian. An official account ascribed by the reckoners of the Sun Priest and marked with the emblems of truth by exacting Erend, who witnessed these events. In the 21st year of the 13th Sun King Jiran's reign, the twilight time of his madness, the Sun King's own favored heir was put to death. The radiant Cataman's crime was to demand an end to his father's acts of bloodshed, and his sacrifice set that end in motion. Jiran's second heir, the radiant Avad, fled Meridian at dusk with his honor guard, soldiers loyal to him over the Sun King. All night they traveled northwards, knowing that come the dawn they would be branded as traitors and marked for death. So it was that, when Jiran made that proclamation, they had already traveled far, and in time they did reach the edge of the Sundom and cross the Osram territory. For Avad was canny and planned to negotiate terms with the Osram, and he knew he had an ally among them, Ursa, a fierce Osram warrior with whom Avad had a long and unusual history. 2 years earlier, Ursa had been brought to Meridian as a captive destined for sacrifice, but she survived the Sun Ring, killing 2 kestrels by her own hand. Thus did she earn the honor of being made a palace slave, and in this role came to know Prince Avad. A rare friendship was formed, and Avad conspired to free his friend, who returned at once to the Osram homeland. Now, desperate for allies, Avad sought out the Osram he had helped to free. Hey, dual pipe! What you get ready to do? Ursa had ties to the warlords and freebooters who resisted the Red Raids. With Ursa's might and Avad's keen strategy, they could raise a warband and move to overthrow Jiran. And as a rightful heir to the throne of the Sun, Avad hoped to inspire many of his people to rebel, so sparing Meridian from a drawn-out war. You're going to stream. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'd like to see that. After months of preparation, Avad and his allies crossed the border and marched on Meridian. As word of their advance spread, many Carja soldiers fled back to the city, laid down their arms, or even joined the liberators. Yet wise Avad knew that Jiran's faithful would defend Meridian to the last man, even sacrificing the lives of its citizens if it would hold the holy city against siege. He found kestrels and city guard already set in on the walls, ready to face arrow and shot, but Avad's Osram allies had brought new weapons never seen beneath the sun, thundering cannons strong as machines. Avad permitted them to fire their salvos on the outer walls, bringing many defenders down with great carnage. You get ready to go back outside? Okay. As the smoke cleared, the liberators attacked in 3 groups. One scaled the walls beneath the Temple of the Sun, another took to the aqueducts of the palace, while the main force overcame the barricaded city gates with cannon fire. These were the final blasts fired at the holy city, as Avad forbade any further destruction. In the streets, too many scenes of brutality and chaos played out to recount. Among the terrible miasma of blood and smoke, the Sun Ring's slave pits were opened and hundreds spilled out, desperate to escape. Many of Jiran's supporters seized their chance to flee with this flood of unfortunates. The day had turned, and seeing his forces much reduced, the Sun King Jiran ordered his trusted kestrels take Itamen, his sole remaining heir, from the city. Hellas, terror of the sun, cleaved a path through Meridian from east to west, striking down all in his way, alloy and foe alike. The savagery of Hellas and his kestrels could not be matched, and so it was that Itamen, his mother the dowager Queen Nasadi, and the high sun priest Bahavas escaped. Avad confronted Jiran in his solarium. He had hoped his father would answer for his crimes honorably, but seeing this could not be so, with great anguish he struck him down. As the murder of a true Sun King is an unthinkable act, and surely would plunge the world into shadow, Duran's death proved that the Sun had renounced his legitimacy. Yes, Sun had turned to shadow on the throne of Meridian, and it was Avad's light that drove the shadow out to the west, where it remains to this day. So was the cycle of things corrected in this, the first year of the reign of the 14th Sun King, the radiant Avad. Jeez. Good gracious. These people are brutal.
I'm ready to fight when called. Even to the college.
He killed his dad, who was a murderous, not so good person. Okay. Merchant, do you have what I need? I hope you have what I need. I want to buy some resources. I need some blaze. Let's see, it's 20 metal shards for... I don't know how many I'm gonna get. And echo shell. Let's see what that does for us. Still not enough, but okay, let's buy a few more blaze from this person and a couple more echo shells. I thought I bought blaze. Did I not buy blaze? Maybe I didn't buy enough. Okay, I'm not buying any more. We can take down some machines to get the rest of what we need. Alright, let's go here. Because I think these guys, these chargers, I think they might give off blaze. Let's see. Yes, they do. So we can get some from those guys. And it looks like we only have 2 machines left that we have not discovered. Probably some really bad machines. All right, thank you for your business. I'll be off now.
Gotta take over my brother's shit today. Sure as the sun's rising, he's off courting that noble girl.
Good job being in unison. Good job.